Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Please like and share the videos that I post, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. So today I'm gonna show you a game of mine from the October Open 2025. It's round 7. I'm playing with the white pieces against FM Asylov Miras from Kazakhstan, was rated a bit above 2300, and at this point I was desperate for a win. So yeah, I don't want to give any spoilers, so let's proceed with the game. I opened with e4, he played c5, the Sicilian defense, knight to f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, knight c6. And now I played bishop g5, bishop d7, queen d2, rook c8, and I was not sure what to do, so I played a simple developing move, bishop e2. He played a6, castles, e6, played knight to b3. Now, first of all, the point of a6 is that he does not want to allow any knight db5 ideas harassing the d6 pawn. So a6, castles, e6, knight b3, h6. I played bishop f4, targeting this pawn and provoking e5. If he plays e5, then I can just go back bishop e3, and I have this square for my knight in the center of the board. First I can play, let's say, either f3 or bishop f3, and then I'll jump with the knight on d5. Okay, so knight e5 was played, and taking is not great because d takes e5, and I just allowed him to open up his bishop. He can just play bishop b4. He's just threatening bishop b4, and his pawn is not weak anymore. I played rook a d1, played b5, sensible, and now I played queen d4. If knight c6, I can just step back queen e3, and life is good. Knight c4, and now I thought for a while, and I played bishop takes c4, which is technically a piece sacrifice. Since I was desperate for a win, yeah, I thought of doing something creative, but later did I know it would uh, give me a totally bad position. B takes c4, knight d2, e5. Another alternative was bishop takes d6, um, another candidate move rather, but I wasn't sure after bishop d6, let's say queen d6, cb3, or at least cb3 directly even, and okay, bishop f8, rook f8, e5, there's b takes c2, and rook d2, knight d5. I just simply can't move my knight because c1 queen will come. Yes, so I played knight e2, another piece sacrifice, e5, bishop e5, d e5, queen e5 check. Queen e7 is just a waste of time because I just move aside queen g3, and his king is not castled. I just got an attacking position. Bishop e7, queen g3, attacking the g7 pawn, and also threatening e5 ideas. Played castles, e5, knight h7, and I played knight de4. I was expecting knight g5 here, to be honest, and I wasn't actually sure how to proceed after that. Maybe knight d6 something, or knight g5, uh, one of these two. He played queen e8, I played knight d5. He played king h8, I played rook fe1. I could have played knight b6, I thought, but after rook d8, knight c4, bishop b5, I wasn't actually sure whether my position is um, easy to defend or not, because knight d6 just simply is not so great, because knight d6 there is rook d6. and everything is just getting traded. I must be losing here. So I played rook f1, bishop e6, knight d6. Because if I don't play knight d6, what do I do? Knight d6 is somewhat forced to keep the game still going on. According to the engine, this is close to losing for me. And queen b5, knight e7, and I set up an important trap. If rook c d8, something like this, then I just play rook takes e6, f takes e6, knight g6 check, king g8, knight e7 check. If king h8, then there is just repetition. If king f7, then queen g6 is checkmate. Yes, so he played rook c8. He was in time pressure, but he did not want to draw. b3, defending the b2 pawn, knight f6, rook e5, queen d7. He is threatening rook takes e7, but now I play rook d4. The thing is, if he plays rook e7 now, then d e7, and queen d4 runs into e takes f8, queen check. But yeah, I mean something like h3, rook e7. The difference is that queen d1 is a check, and now he can move his rook on the next move. Rook d4, cb3, ab3. I was hoping that he somehow stumbles in time pressure. Knight g8, knight takes g8, king takes g8, h3, bishop f5, and c4. Rook e5, queen e5, rook e8, and queen f5. I just wanted to pressurize him and induce a mistake somehow. Rook a8, b4, queen a7, c5, bishop e6, rook queen a4. I'm threatening some, or at least pretending to threaten some d7 ideas. Bishop d7, queen c2, bishop c6, queen c3, queen d7, queen a1. This, yeah, rook g4 now, f6, queen f6 doesn't work because of queen g4, and yeah, at g4, gf6, no longer a win. Rook g3, king f8, queen b1, queen rook e8, queen h7. This is the idea. And now he played queen f7, king to h2, bishop c6, rook d3. Now I am threatening queen h8 check. Let's say any random move, like, okay, I don't know, maybe rook b8 or something. Queen h8, queen g8, queen g8, king g8, d7, and if rook d8, I just play rook d6. Wherever the bishop moves, I just play c6, and yeah, it's just a draw. In fact, even I can push with a pawn up, but it's gonna end in a draw, most likely. Yeah, something like rook b7. I have to play rook a4, king f7. Yeah, along these lines. Yeah. So after rook d3, he played rook d8. Now the d7 idea doesn't work after queen h8, so I played rook a3 now. Rook 8, rook d3, rook d8. He repeats, but queen d5 now. He wants to play for a win. Play rook g3, rook d7, queen c2, king g8, queen e2, threatening this a6 pawn. Bishop b5 check. It seems like a repetition, but there's king h8, and if queen e8 check, then queen g8. This is blocking. I played rook e3, threatening rook e8 check, which is a mistake. Queen e8 check, according to the engine, is the best because it deactivates the black queen when it has to come back to defend the perpetual on g8. So rook e3, rook d8, rook e7, rook g8. He's totally winning. Queen g4, a5, and now it seemed that the game is falling apart. Rook e3. Because if I play ba5, I just lose the connected pawn compensation, which was the only form of compensation I had. rook e3, bishop c6. Now my queen is stuck defending this d2 pawn, otherwise it's gonna be checkmate. Rook g3, queen d2, b takes a5, queen takes f2, attacking the c5 pawn. I played queen to b4, f5, queen c3, king h7, queen to e3. Now I wasn't actually sure whether the trade of queens is actually a draw or not, but yeah, intuitively this was my decision, and I think the engine backs it up. Queen to a2, queen to a3, queen d5, queen c3. Now I'm also kind of fixating his rook on g8, but he plays g6. a6. The problem is that I can't move my rook. a6, f4, rook f3, queen a2. According to him, I think it was over here because I just can't move my rook, and wherever I move my rook, it's either it's getting captured or it's gonna be checkmate like this. If I don't move the rook, he's just gonna take bishop takes f3, queen to b3, queen to d2. Now, according to the internet, this is a mistake again. But yes, he had time pressure, so yeah, never mind. Queen f7 check, rook g7, queen takes f4 now. He played queen c2. I had to play rook f2 here, but I played rook g3, which is worse actually. Queen c5. I was focusing on playing fast, to give him some pressure. Queen f6 now, bishop e4, and bishop e4 is some kind of mistake because after rook c3 it's apparently equal. At least close to equal. I'm just slightly worse according to the engine. Here he played a very natural move, queen a7, and white to play and win. Okay, so the move I played here, queen takes g7 check. And the thing is, if king takes g7, rook c7, queen c7, d c7, there is no b7 square for stopping the promotion, and if bishop f5, simply a7. And the bishop can't stop both the pawns at the same time. Instead, queen takes g7 happened in the game. I played rook to c7, and this position is actually winning for me. Because, okay, if queen takes c7, the same story, and if king g8, there's just rook g7, king g7, d7, and I just promote my pawn. He found the only move to keep the game going on, bishop c6. It's still losing for him, but not that badly. Okay, so bishop c6. I also played the only move, a7. Actually, the problem is that rook g7 loses to king g7, and if a7, king f7, d7, king e7, the king is just in time. So bishop c6, a7, bishop d7, the only move again, a8 queen, queen e5 check, g3, queen takes d6, queen b7, I induced queen d2 check. And by the way, if king g1, there is just queen e1 check, so there is no point. Queen d2, queen g2 now, queen d6, rook a7, h5, queen f2, h4, queen to f7 check, king to h6, rook takes on d7, queen takes d3 check, king to h1. By the way, in my opinion, after queen to f2, a better practical try was, let's say, something like king g7, and yeah, trying to hold on, but he sacrificed his bishop, and just a couple of checks, king, yeah, and I brought my rook back, regrouping my pieces a bit, capture the pawn, rook e5, the king gets in, and it's GG. He resigned in this position, and yeah, friends, never give up, you should fight till the end. Okay, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon in another video. Till then, goodbye.